Hi guys, today we are going to be doing our second part of our writing. So yesterday what we did was decorate the front of our writer's notebook. So mine looks like this if you remember. Yours should look something similar. It should have pictures or drawings or something things that you really like, some things that describe you, okay? We are going to create a heart map today and you can see that on the screen here. A heart map is a list or just a whole bunch of things that we love, okay? Things that if I asked you to tell me about it, then you could tell me lots of things about these topics, okay? And you just love them and you really enjoy these things. So as you can see, I made my heart a little bit smaller than I should have. Now, and I did that because I didn't think I would fill up the whole page, but I did fill up the whole page and I filled it up really quickly because this is all about things that I love. And you're going to create something similar about things that you love. So if you want to draw the heart larger and fill up the whole page with the heart, that would be fine. Or you can do it like I did, just like right here. And then if you think of lots of ideas, you can go outside of the heart. So I want you to label your page, give your page a title. Now a title tells us what the page is going to be about. And I want you to say heart map on the top of your page. And then draw a heart. It can be bigger than mine if you would like. I really don't want it to be smaller than mine. I want it to be just as big as mine or bigger. And the next thing you do is basically write all of the things that you love. And I put little rectangles around each of them, so I made them all in a box just so I could easily separate the topics from each other. So I want you to also be very specific when you are doing your heart map. So instead of saying that you like animals or that you love animals, so instead of writing just animals, I want you to be specific and tell me, well, what kinds of animals do you love? So for example, I wrote down that I love dogs and I love giraffes. Okay, I think that was the only animals that I wrote down that I love, but that's because I love giraffes. I think they're so interesting and I love to learn about giraffes and I think they look really cool. And I also love dogs, okay? I have a dog of my own. I love him so much. I'm really fascinated learning about dogs and the different kinds of dogs. And another example is don't tell me that you just like food. Okay, tell me what kind of food that you like. Even if you like lots of different kinds of foods, I want you to write them all down. So for example, I wrote down that I like ice cream. I like Thai food. Thai food is very similar to Chinese food, so I love that. I love donuts. I also wrote down that I like coffee and I like green tea. So don't just tell me food. Tell me what kind of food you love. Same thing with sports. Don't tell me that you just like sports. Tell me all of the sports you love. So maybe you love basketball or softball and football. It can be more than one. I wrote down that I love tennis. So these are just things that if somebody asked you about them, you would love to talk about it. Okay, for me, I would love to talk about shopping. Okay, I would love to talk about traveling and all of my adventures I've been on. I would love to talk about all of these things because I love all of these things. And I want you to try to think of as many things as you can that you love. It can be absolutely anything. Okay, it can be video games. Okay, what kind of video game you like. If you really like Fortnite, you could write Fortnite. If you really love going outside and walking your dog, you can tell me that you love that. You can tell me that you love cookies. You can tell me that you love basketball. You can tell me that you love swimming. You can tell me you love to cook or bake. Okay, it can be anything that you love. Okay, it can even be things like unicorns or rainbows or hearts. Okay, anything that you just really, really love and things that you really love to talk about. Because this is going to help us when we are writing and we're trying to think of writing topics. And we're going to come back to this page a lot and we'll say, I can't think of anything to write about. So I'm going to look at my heart map page to see what kind of things I love and what interests me. So you can see I love Paris. Maybe someday when Miss Johnson lets me write about whatever I want to, I could write about Paris, or I could do a research project learning more about Paris. Now, if you don't know, Paris is a city, okay, in Europe. And so I want you to just take some time now, draw a heart on the first page of your writer's notebook, and I want you to just fill it with things that you love. Okay, I really do not want you to rush through this. I want you to take your time and try to fill up the whole page just like I did. Okay, so you might have to draw your heart bigger, but if you just want to draw it the same, you can also just go outside of your heart as well. All right, notice how I used my best handwriting and you can clearly read it. That is extremely important because I'm going to have you take a picture of your heart map and send it to me through Seesaw when you're finished. And if you don't write very nicely, then I'm not going to be able to read it. And that's really important for me because I want to know what you love. So I need for you, and when you're all done with this, all done with your heart map, all done writing everything that you love, and you can even write more than me. There's no limit to how many things you can write. Just try to fill it all on one page, okay? And when you're done with writing all of the things you love on your heart map, then you can go ahead and take a picture of it, just like I took a picture of mine, and then upload it to Seesaw in your journal, okay? So I'm really excited to see all of your heart maps and all of the things that you love, because we all love different things, and that's what makes us unique, and we can all learn from each other. So I hope you guys enjoy writing or enjoy doing this heart map, and we will do part 3 of setting up our writer's journal tomorrow. Bye.